Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into something that is completely, and I mean literally, transforming how developers work with artificial intelligence. Let's just jump right in and discover how we can integrate a super powerful AI model into an application using just 10 lines of pure, elegant Java.
But okay, first I want you to picture a total nightmare scenario. You've spent weeks building this incredibly cool AI feature using OpenAI's REST APIs. Everything is humming along perfectly, and then your client calls. They tell you they need to move everything to a private local model for data privacy reasons. Well, if you built this the old-fashioned way, directly calling those APIs, you are looking at a massive rewrite. Different request formats, different response structures, totally different error handling. It's just a massive headache waiting to happen.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll be walking through 1. The AI integration problem, 2. The universal coffee machine, 3. The Spring-friendly API, 4. Managing prompts in memory, 5. RAG and vector databases, and finally, 6. Seamless model switching.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the AI integration problem.
Look at this stark contrast. The old way of doing things, honestly, it was a pain. It meant manually building HTTP requests using tools like REST template or web client. You had to wrestle with complex JSON serialization, inject your auth headers, and parse these deeply nested response payloads just to extract a single string of text. Not to mention manually writing out all the error handling logic. It was tedious. The new way? Well, Spring AI acts as this incredibly elegant abstraction layer that handles all of that heavy lifting for you behind the scenes.
Moving right along to Section 2, the universal coffee machine.
Okay, I absolutely love this analogy because it hits the nail on the head. Think of Spring AI as a universal coffee machine adapter. Your Java application, your underlying core code, is the coffee mug. The AI provider is the coffee pod. Whether you want to use an OpenAI pod, a Gemini pod, or an Ollama pod, your mug stays exactly the same. You literally just swap out the pod. Spring AI lets you seamlessly change your AI backend without touching a single piece of your core application logic. And the sheer scale of what Spring AI supports is massive. We're talking about a wide array of providers: OpenAI, Azure, Hugging Face, Amazon Bedrock, and free local models like Ollama. If you're a Java developer, think of this exactly like Spring Data JPA. With JPA, you write your database queries once and swap between MySQL or Postgres in your config file, right? Well, Spring AI brings that exact same architectural magic to AI models.
Which brings us to Section 3, the Spring-friendly API.
So you head over to start.spring.io, and you'll want to select Java 21 and Spring Boot 3.4.x. But wait, there is a super crucial detail here that trips up almost every developer their first time out. You absolutely must manually add the BOM, the bill of materials, to your pom.xml file under dependency management. This BOM aligns all the various Spring AI module versions. If you skip this, you're going to run into dreaded errors like ChatClient.builder cannot be auto-wired, all because of version conflicts.
Seriously, let's compare the code. On one side, we had the painful manual steps we just talked about. On the other, the sleek Spring Chat Client. Because Spring auto-configures a Chat Client builder beam for you, you can inject it anywhere. Then it's just a fluent 5-line builder chain. You call .prompt, pass your question, to .user, hit .call to make the request, and use .content to extract your text response. Boom, done. It is brilliantly simple and feels just like web client.
Next up, Section 4, managing prompts and memory.
Look, as you build real applications, you just can't keep hard-coding your AI prompts as raw strings in your Java classes. It turns into a giant, messy puzzle really fast. Spring AI solves this beautifully with prompt management. You can store your complex, reusable prompts in external .txt files. These files let you pass in dynamic variables at runtime, like a user's name or a specific product ID. This keeps your Java code perfectly clean and your prompts totally reusable.
But it goes way beyond just string replacement. Spring AI easily configures default build time system messages so you can persistently shape the AI's behavior. For instance, telling it, hey, always act like a senior Java expert. It also manages chat history memory automatically, which is absolutely crucial if you're building conversational chatbots. And for a killer user experience, it supports streaming. By returning a flux of strings and using server-sent events, your application can display the AI's response token by token. It's exactly like that live typing effect you see in ChatGPT.
All right, diving into Section 5, RAG and vector databases.
So here's a reality check. Out of the box, large language models know absolutely nothing about your company's private data, and they are completely stateless, meaning they don't remember past queries. Now, you could try pasting all your company documents into the prompt, but that's going to blow up your token limits and cost a literal fortune. The functional, real-world solution to this? RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation.
And what's really fascinating here is how Spring AI automates this entire complex flow. First, it helps you split your private text documents into chunks and stores them as embeddings in a vector database like PostgreSQL or Redis. Then, when a user asks a question, Spring AI fetches only the most relevant chunks from that database, automatically injects them as context right into your prompt, and sends it to the AI. The AI then generates this incredibly intelligent response based purely on your private data.
Finally, Section 6, Seamless Model Switching. This is the ultimate payoff right here. Let's say you want to switch from a paid OpenAI setup to a completely free, private, locally hosted Ollama model. How do you do it? Step 1. Swap the OpenAI dependency for the Ollama dependency in your pond.xml. Step 2. Update your URL and application.properties. Step 3. Run your app. That's it. You do not touch a single line of your Java controller code. Same code, completely different AI backend. It is just incredibly seamless.
Quick aside before we wrap up, let's cover a few common setup errors so you don't get stuck. Watch out for missing hyphens in your property file names. Honestly, just copy and paste them to be safe. We already mentioned the missing BOM causing AutoWire issues. If you see a 401 unauthorized, double-check your API key and billing status. And a 429 too many requests means you've hit a rate limit. Also, please, for sure, never hard-code your API keys. Always utilize environment variables.
So there we have it. We've explored how Spring AI empowers developers with effortless abstraction, replacing all that complex boilerplate with a sleek, reusable API that supports everything from basic prompts to advanced RAG and streaming. It really is a total game changer for Java developers. Which leaves us with one final, pretty exciting thought to ponder today. Now that the barrier to entry has been reduced to a simple 10-line integration, what are you going to build with your 10 lines of Java code? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy coding!